Hi everyone. So I made a quick video to show you how to do the virtual scene for the ELA book club final project. So the first step is that you should have read this assignment page and finished your reading for the week, for regardless of what book club you're in. And this is not due till the end of the week, so you have all week to work on this. And then you have two choices. You can write an argument essay. And if that's the one that you want to choose the essay thing down here. If you click on it, you'll notice that there is a whole graphic organizer for you to fill out, and then you can write the essay below. And then if you want to do the virtual scene, you're going to click the slides template, and up pops this. The first thing you should do is click right here and watch this YouTube video. If you haven't done that, then that's what you should do first, because it's going to show you how to create a virtual classroom. This video is going to be much quicker, so I would recommend watching that video first. Now, what we would like you to do is that you first have to decide what is a powerful, important scene from your book that you would like to create a visual for. So, for example, Miss Horowitz chose The Outsiders and made a scene all about that. So if you haven't looked at that yet, you can go back to the assignments page and click on the sample virtual scene. And you can see pops up a really cool example of The Outsiders. So she chose the scene where Bob was murdered, and she put in a background, a fountain, and Bitmojis, and the car. And if you click on the pictures, it takes you to different links, like this. So I clicked the car, and it's taking you to an autobiography by Rob Lowe, who's one of the people that plays a character in the movie. Okay, so you look at that example for help. So if you choose a scene from your book, that means you should have read the book and chose a scene that sticks out to you. The first thing you want to think about is, okay, what should the background of my scene be? So if it's in the woods, it should be the woods. If it's in school, it should be a picture of a school. Wherever your scene takes place, you have to really think about what that setting might look like. And so I'm going to delete this right here because I already watched the video, so I don't need it anymore. And it says checklist. Please enter the information. I chose an important scene, so I'm going to do a scene from a book called Pride. And so I'm going to choose a scene where they were taking a car ride. Okay. And I would say car ride with the character that they were with. And I would say, like, it was quiet. Car ride with blah, blah, blah. It was quiet. You're going to want to fill in some details about that. And then I'm thinking, okay, in this setting, they were on the highway. So I'm going to go to background, choose an image, and I'm going to Google image search. I'm going to search empty highway and see if I can find something that works for me. I kind of want one that's a little bit, that's maybe not this direction, but like horizontal. All right, so maybe I'll do this one. And then I'm going to click insert. Click done. So you're hopefully thinking of a background that fits the scene that you chose from your book, and then you just Google search it. So I'm going to go through that again. You click background, you click choose image, click Google search, and then search what you would like the image to be. Then your next step, if you look at the checklist, says to include 4 objects. So I might say, well, I need a car. I want to make sure that there's like music, so I might like have like a radio antenna. Oops, on the car. Ignore my spelling. That's why we use our spell check. And I'm going to think about 2 other objects at least that I want to include. And to do that, I'm going to click insert, image, search the web. And then I'm going to click car. Now I can think of what type of car I want. I can also think of a color. Like, you can be as creative and specific as you want. So I could look. The best thing to do would be to use the car from the book. I'm just, for this purpose, is going to search red Corvette, and then I'm going to also oops, fix my spelling, and I'm also going to write this word transparent background. And the reason for that is so that it doesn't have a white border around it. And if you watch the other video, you should be able to see them doing the same thing. Here's my car. See how it has this white background when I pull it over? See how I'm dragging it over? When I drag it and drop it onto the image, look, the white border is gone because I typed in transparent background. And then you can adjust it however you want. You can turn it so it looks like you're driving on the road. I'm going to move it over here. Oh no, it's a little big. So you can adjust it however you want. Make it look really nice. Miss Horowitz already made a really nice example, so I'm not going to spend a ton of time making this look perfect because you already have an example. And then you're going to add other images that are important to the scene. Make sure that they're relevant. Try to pick 4 objects that are relevant to the scene that are important and include them all around the image. Like Miss Horowitz did, she included lots of people, the cars, and the fountain. So you're going to want to make sure that the images are relevant. Now, the next piece after the objects is I included my characters. And here's where people have been having trouble. If you can do the Bitmoji thing that it says in the other video, please do that, because that would be fun and exciting to see. Miss Horowitz created Bitmojis, and it's really cool to see how she designed the characters. Follow the directions on how to do that from the other video. If you cannot do the Bitmoji because you don't have a phone, or the Chromebook I know blocks the Chrome extension, so you aren't able to use the Chromebook for this part, that's fine. Instead, what you can do is a couple different things. You can search for a celebrity. So, for example, I was talking with Eamon, and he said Dwayne The Rock Johnson. So I'm going to say Dwayne Johnson, and I'm going to go back to my image, and I'm going to pull him over. And now I'm just going to put him in my car. And now it's hard to find celebrities with a transparent background, so that's the only kind of thing that's a bit of a bummer. But what you can do is you can click the picture and adjust the order so that it doesn't show up as badly. So if you click the picture and then click format options, you can kind of adjust the way it looks. You can also right click the picture and click order and click send to back. And now it looks kind of like he's sitting in the car. I know it's not perfect. Your other option, if you don't want to do celebrities, is to do stick figures. So I'm going to do stick figure driving. Let's see what it comes up with. Maybe I'll just do stick figure and see if I can adjust it the way it wants. All right, this one looks good. So I'm going to pull this in. Oh, I might have to do my thing where I do transparent background. Oh, it did it for me. Wonderful. And so I don't want Dwayne anymore. Or maybe I do want Dwayne. Maybe he'll be my passenger. So if this is my scene about Pride, I might say, okay, I'm going to use Dwayne as the boy that she's interested in. And so I'm going to put him in the car, and I'm going to label him as that person. And this is going to be the main character. And so I'm going to put them in the car. And again, I might send to back. And now it looks kind of like they're driving in the car. I know it's not perfect. And then what you're going to want to do is on the bottom here is just say Dwayne is this character and tell us what character they are. And the stick figure in the car is, and tell us who that is, so that we know who you're trying to represent in your image. You're going to also list these characters in the checklist. All right, hopefully you're with me. So be creative, Try to make sure you add 4 objects or more. I only added 1 right now. Make sure you have some characters, whether they're Bitmojis or stick figures. And then the last thing says I included links, which is optional but fun. So I might click the car and say, okay, I'm going to go to YouTube and I'm going to play a song that they were listening to in the car. So maybe they really like The Smiths, which is a band I like, and they were listening to this song. I could say, okay, I want them to be listening to this song. So you're going to click on the YouTube video, and then you're going to copy, Command C or right click the link to this YouTube video. Then you're going to click the object that you want the YouTube video to be linked to. So I want it to be linked to the car, so I'm going to click the car. And then I'm going to click this little picture right here. It looks kind of like an oval with a line in it. It says insert link. So I'm going to click that. And look, you can paste the YouTube video link in there and click apply. Now, when the teacher sees this or when we see it, if we click the car, we can go to this YouTube video. And so if you do that, that's going to be extra credit and also make your scene really fun, which is what Miss Horowitz did. And she included links onto multiple things, onto every single person and to the car. And so now your job is to try to follow this checklist and be as creative as possible. And then if you have other questions, just let me know. Hopefully this was a little bit helpful. Good luck.